Abbie Richie. I am the tech guru at the Smarter Service and the host of this show, which broadcasts every Tuesday. I am so excited to bring our guest on. And before I do that, let's go ahead and run the intro. Welcome back to Tech Tuesday. If you were with me last week, you saw that we were broadcasting live from the Senior Living Executive Conference, which was great. We had a great conversation. And this week, we are bringing on Jaime Roberts of LeadingAge AZ. Welcome to Tech Tuesday, Jaime. I am thrilled that you're here.
Hi, Abbie. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be with you today.
Yeah, likewise. And Jaime, for people who are not familiar with LeadingAge and not familiar with your excellence, please go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers.
Well, good morning, everyone from Arizona. I am Jaime Roberts. I am the new incoming CEO of Arizona LeadingAge. Prior to that, I've been an operator in senior living most of my career. So I have spent time with all of the people that we support today, doing the hard work that they do each day, caring for older adults and providing them their most enjoyable lives. So I've been on both sides of who we offer, who we support. And in January, I took over on the association. I'd been a board member for many years of the association, and Arizona LeadingAge is an association primarily of nonprofit, but also other mission-based organizations along the entire continuum of care and services for older adults. And we really support advocacy here in Arizona, education and networking and opportunities for people who care deeply about this work to connect and gather.
Excellent. And what differentiates LeadingAge from any other organization? I heard you talk about advocacy, about networking and education. What else is really distinguished about LeadingAge?
Well, LeadingAge has been around for very many moons, and we have historically been in the nonprofit sector, really focused on the uniqueness of what a nonprofit organization offers and provides, from governance to fundraising to just being mindful of a mission-based service and program that offers support to our communities. So this is how we really are different than other colleagues within our industry, is that our purpose is definitely mission-based and felt from a deeper perspective. A lot of our members they can be secular nonprofits, but we also have some church-based nonprofits and other community members that have a religious purpose to their mission and source of providing the work that they do. So I would say that's probably our number one distinction from some of our other colleagues in the field.
Great. And now let's talk about the big conference that's coming up next week. What is the theme of the conference? Where is it being hosted? And what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, we're so excited about our conference next week. It's starts Wednesday, May 15th at Weekapaw Casino and Conference Center, way out in Scottsdale. It's kind of on the cusp there, and we've been there for many years, and they've been wonderful partners with us. So our day starts on Wednesday afternoon and continues all the way till Friday afternoon with our awards ceremony and luncheon, which is really the exciting part of the whole event. And this year we are focusing on the idea of leading, and why we felt like this was such an important piece and a message to provide is that our members and conference goers, these are the people who show up and do the work every day. They lead into it. They want to be the source for solutions for families, for caregivers, for residents, and for one another. And so we felt that leading with leadership, education, advocacy, and development, that's who we are. That's what we want to do with Arizona LeadingAge, and that's what our members and other supporters are also all about. So we felt like it kind of captured the purpose of our conference this year.
Wonderful. And tell me about some of the speakers that you have lined up that are going to reinforce this concept.
Well, every year we actually make sure that we have a keynote speaker that focuses on ethics, and we feel like that's a very important piece of who we are as an association, and why when we speak from that center of place of morality and ethical decision making, being mission based, for profit, nonprofits, and mindset. So we have exciting speakers from ethics. We also are doing another fun keynote speaker on funny, and I think after the last several years, bringing a little lightheartedness back into what we do, into the conversation, is incredibly important. So we will be opening our session with some laughter, and we're excited about that. That's with Jan McNinnis, and that will be that'll be fun for everyone involved. We have a variety of other breakout sessions. In fact, we have 44 different educational opportunities. It's pretty vast. And they range from partners with, our state partners like the Department of Health, Access. We'll have the Assisted Living Bureau, the Behavioral Health Bureau, the Skilled Nursing Bureau, all here in attendance. We have other partners from the community, from DES, and other surveyors throughout the state of Arizona that are coming in to enjoy the conference as well. So we'll talk about very specific matters about our industry, but also broader range issues, from sales and marketing to the legalities of things, from HR, hiring, and even our very own Abbie is going to be presenting, which we're excited about, as we talk about fraud and other ways to protect our seniors with tech. So that's we have just a full range. There actually isn't any part of this conference that couldn't be interesting to anyone. So although we have primarily been offered, because we have CEUs available for almost every industry that supports that would need them, but we also are interesting to just about anyone who wants to learn about older adults and the services that we provide. So the other unique piece about our conference is that we're open to everyone. Anyone can come and enjoy this. You can show up the day of the conference and buy a ticket and come join in and learn with us, because there is a lot to do, and it ranges. The topics range greatly. And our education committee that put this program together spent months detailing that specific plan on the agenda. So we're very excited to welcome anyone to come learn with us.
Wonderful. So it's not just for leaders then, it's also for support staff, right?
Absolutely. Oh, it's for everyone. It's absolutely. That was a great question. It's for everyone. It's for anyone who we offer CEUs for professionals. Those are continuing care education units that many of them need, but also for the people who want to gain skills and knowledge and support in what they're already doing. In fact, we would recommend that anyone that touches aging anywhere on the continuum, that you can learn something valuable here. We have speakers that are doing incredible things throughout the United States, but also internationally, that are coming here to speak and share their ideas with us, and the cutting edge pieces of how we are going to continue to provide quality services to our older adults in the next coming years. So anyone can enjoy this conference, and we would love to show off all of the other things that we do when you attend.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so you mentioned the Friday awards lunch, right? Could you talk about that, please?
Thank you. That's my favorite part of the conference. So our members are able to provide, they submit and nominate different people within all of our organizations who have done incredible work. This year, we have a tremendous award ceremonies. We put together professional videos at the end. It's a lovely luncheon. We're able to honor the people who come and do this work every single day. But not only do they do this work, they do this work with such heart, with such compassion, with such care about what they do every day. And when you watch these videos, you recognize what a gift it is that we have people like this on this earth, that are willing to do it's not the easy work. This is hard work that they show up and they do every single day. And to be able to have a small part of our day just to honor them. I wish we could do more, but it's really a beautiful moment to be able to say thank you to to our certified caregivers, nursing assistants, people who have done excellent work in service delivery in general, innovation, best practice awards, and then we have our overall award of honor, which is always a special and meaningful moment for the entire organization. And so that's my favorite part, because you really get to feel and see what our members do every single day to change the lives of older adults.
I love it. I love it. And tell us, so when you were and the committee was, you guys were organizing this and you were looking back on past years and past events, what especially did you want to make sure occurred during this conference?
I would say the number one thing we get back from people is the opportunity to network and engage with people who are experiencing and things, looking for solutions, wanting to find a colleague or a friend who works in this industry that they can talk to about things, because this is unique work and it's not something that everyone understands unless you do it. And so the networking piece and connecting with one another in a comforting, warm, welcoming environment is something that I think everyone on our committee and our membership at large has taken a lot of pride in creating. We have a really fun state night in that we have incredible sponsors for, where we're going to be doing a dueling pianos right after the event, which is so much fun. But those are just different ways for people to relax and unwind and really kind of talk about the day and the session, but to do it in a fun way and to recognize that the work that they do otherwise is hard, and to give them the opportunity to feel appreciated and supported in a fun environment is also part of the conference.
Great. And, I've heard you mention the networking aspect, which is so valuable, and seeing people face to face and making those connections. If someone is attending the event for the first time or even the second time and they're hesitant and they're maybe nervous about the networking, do you have any tips or suggestions to them?
Oh gosh, that's a great question, Abbie. Thank you. Yes, for all I am a single mom with two daughters, and I have an introvert daughter, so I appreciate that, because I am not, and I have learned all kinds of different things of how to help her be even more successful. But anyone who shows up into everyone who shows up, and this is your first time trying to figure out the best way to do it, we will be at the registration desk with open arms, willing to welcome you. And we want to make sure that you're feeling connected, and that if there is somebody that you want to talk to, and if there is a connection that you need to make, please let us know. That's why we're there. We want to make sure that we are finding the best minds, the most curious minds, and connecting them with the best providers, and to help people really feel like they know who to contact to on who might be an expert on X, Y, or Z. And so it's as simple as letting me know. Kelsey's another great person to connect with, or Gemini, who is our membership director. All three of us are happy to take you by the hand and make sure that we find the right person for you to connect with. So please don't, the one introduction you have to make is to one of us, and that's it. And we'll take care of the rest. So please make sure that you come introduce yourself if this is your first time. We will try to find you no matter what if we don't know your name, and seek you out as well.
One tip I learned a while ago about networking is just ask people about themselves, right? Like, it's not so much that you have to talk, but that if you just ask someone and genuinely, find out about them, that takes the burden off of a lot of that awkward networking.
Absolutely. That's a great point. Absolutely.
Yes. So Christine wrote in just a moment ago from the chat about the ethical aspects. And could you talk about that, please?
Yeah, thank you. Hi, Christine. I think the important piece that we focus on from an ethical standpoint is when you're, and again, not all of our members, so the majority of our members are nonprofit members. And so we have a governance component to our mission, and that is a value-based mission that requires us to think about things and make decisions based off of a mission, which is different than making it off of a bottom line. But the ethical decisions that go into that are and to our everyday decision making is really what is a distinguishing piece of an organization that uses that as their primary mission versus one that might not. And that is a distinction that we have made as an association, and and our providers have honored that. And so we give them tips and tools on how to kind of keep that themselves kind of focused on that North Star, and always keeping that discussion front and center, because even good people can make bad decisions, right? Because it seemed like the right one at the right time. And so really giving yourself and the association as a whole, and anyone who was attending the conference, an opportunity to identify those opportunities, to maybe look at each situation a little bit differently, to make sure that you're meeting your moral compass and the ethical decision making that you want to be known for as an organization is really what we want to offer. We're faced with all kinds of different situations in the world today that may or may not should enter into the world of aging services, but it does. And sometimes having having that moral compass and having somebody else remind you about that along the way has helped people stay on track. And so we've as an association committed ourselves to always being part of that and supporting it with leaders and educational opportunities for that specific message of ethical decision making at our conference.
Amazing. I love it. And let's talk about the expert that is coming. That's someone who has been attending for many years, someone who's a member. What would you say is the most impactful thing that they can do when they're at the conference?
Somebody who's been coming for many years, I think they come back for the connections that they've made with others. I think there is that sense of, I get to see these people that I feel aligned with and can learn with, and that's kind of it's a nice reason to come. I think the other reason why people keep coming back is the support for the association in general, and the work that the association does to make sure that our providers' voices are being heard. It's just an opportunity to say we're all in this together, and that we need to be connected. We need to stay together, and we need to make sure that our voice is clear and heard, and that only happens when you show up. So if you don't show up, it's it's hard to say that you played a role in something to make it better. And so I think our members, even the ones who might not need CEUs, who might not need to be attending to all of the different sessions, they're there because they want to make a difference, and they believe in what they do, and they believe in the association. And I think that's why they continue to come back.
Yeah, and to build on that, I would say mentorship is huge, especially in this industry. There are very few mentors, someone who's been where you want to go, someone who can take you under their wing, teach you some things that would take you years to figure out. So I'm always hoping that mentoring opportunities will be present so that we can continue to grow, especially the leaders in this field.
That's an excellent point, Abbie. And I think when we look at the workforce in general, which is probably our number, it's workforce is sort of like what, when I talk to CEOs, I say outside of workforce, what is keeping you up at night? Because it's keeping everyone up at night. And so workforce and the opportunity to find somebody who is interested, engaged, and wants to be mentored. I think those leaders who have been around for a while are absolutely hungry to support that and be part of that solution moving forward, to make sure that whoever is filling their footsteps later has the background and support they need to be able to fulfill this role, because it's different today than it was even yesterday, and it's constantly changing. And so to be able to have a mentor that can work with you along the way, who understands where you're coming from, and the value proposition is incredibly important for that relationship to occur. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, you're welcome. So another thing I want to ask you about is your new role. So you're newly in this role. It's very exciting. What are you looking forward to implementing, changing, adopting in the course of the next year or so?
Oh gosh, that's the $1 million question. So there's so many things that we are excited about over the next few years, for sure, with the association. I think our primary focus is really kind of taking back the conversation around aging and how our industry as a whole has been viewed. I think that there are a lot of advocates out there, and we appreciate all of them. And I think we all are on the side of wanting to make life better for older adults. And so being able to share the story about how incredible, like at our awards luncheon, how incredible the people who do this work are and how they should be celebrated. We are absolutely committed and dedicated to making that as our primary objective going forward. Things are changing and shifting very quickly in our industry. By 2030, the baby boomers are all going to be 65 years of age and better. We're going to be seeing, again, the workforce. It's as good as it's going to get today in terms of like actual people entering in, because there's a lot more entering out. And so I think the opportunities to talk about how we're going to help the industry improve and keep up need to be the conversation starter and not what they're doing wrong. So in other words, a lot more carrots and a lot less sticks. And we are really focused on making sure that everyone understands that the people who show up every day are really incredible people and need to be celebrated.
100%. I love that. They should be celebrated all the time, right? Not just once a year.
Yes.
Yeah. So with just a couple more minutes and to wrap up, is there anything else that you wanted to say or share about the upcoming conference with someone who maybe doesn't know about what you're offering?
I would say I think you should just come. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And if I think it's a really lovely place to start. So anyone, if this is brand new for you, you have no idea what to expect, and you have, it feels overwhelming. This is a great place to start. We will welcome you with open arms and take you by the hand and show you around, because the opportunities and the learning and the warmth that shows up at this conference, you can feel. And our members are amazing, and our sponsors, our vendors. I do have to thank all of our sponsors and our vendors that are showing up to talk about how they have incredible solutions for us. None of it would be possible without this incredible collection of people who come together with great ideas, trying to find, working towards solutions that are meaningful and helpful to making sure that our older adults are all safe, protected, and supported for them to live their best lives possible. So there's something for everyone, and this is a great place to be and a great place to start.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. And Jaime, how can people get in touch with you if they have more questions or they want to register for the conference?
Sure. Our website is ArizonaLeadingAge.org. Please, everything is pretty user-friendly on the website. Just click the big button for conference if you need that. Also, our phone number is down there. You can always call, and Gemini will be more than happy to help you with anything that you need. Our LinkedIn address is right on the screen. It's amazing how that shows up. It's like tech magic. And you can also contact me on LinkedIn personally as well. But any of those opportunities to connect with us are there, and we would love to hear from you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. And for those of you who joined us in the chat, thank you for participating. We totally appreciate it. And we will see you next week at LeadingAge, Jaime.
Thank you.